There have been plenty of anti-government protests before, big ones, but few expected this protest to be this massive. An estimated 3 million people in about 150 cities united against President Dilma Rousseff and her mentor, the former president known as Lula. Protesters say both are corrupt, both have to go. Lula's facing arrest for allegedly taking kickbacks, but instead of going to jail, he's headed to Rousseff's cabinet, where he'll be immune from prosecution. We cannot bear the corruption anymore, he says. Many feel a crisis is looming, but it was created by decisions made more than a decade ago.
In the early 2000s, it was as though Brazil had won the lottery. Oil and commodity prices were high. The government was flush with cash, so it spent lavishly. It bid successfully for the World Cup and the Olympics. But when oil and commodity prices collapsed, so did the Brazilian economy.
The problem with these lotteries is that they come to an end.
Carol Wise writes extensively on Brazilian politics.
They did not keep their eye on the prize. They really lost sight of a lot of reforms that now are absolutely essential to get the economy growing again.
Like improving efficiency and cutting red tape. As the Olympics get closer, she says, the demonstrations will get even bigger. But experts are watching to see not just how many are marching, but who, if it spreads beyond the traditional opposition. Walking through this protest in Rio, you notice almost everyone is upper middle class. More than 3/4 of the 1.5 million protesters in Sao Paulo were white, more than 3/4 were university graduates, and most fairly well off. That demographic has always tended to oppose the left-leaning party that's been in power for the last 4 elections. But Brazil's poor see things differently. Some I spoke with hadn't even heard about the demonstrations.
I don't look for problems around,
So you haven't really been even following sort of all the protests that have been going on?
No, I don't.
Those with the most problems say they're too busy trying to make a living to get involved. But with more than 2 million Brazilians expected to lose their jobs this year, that could change. Kim Brunhuber, CBC News, Rio de Janeiro.